The Big Trav and Q Show.
What they waiting for?
Just another damn podcast. Now let's go.
That's right. Let's go. Let's go. What up, Q? Yo, Q. Q.
Big Trav, let's ready to roll.
That's right. That's right. What's going on with you today?
Oh man, I'm excited about another dynamic show today.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You know what today is, right?
No, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell me.
It's National Beer Day, and I got a couple beers at the table. I'm gonna be drinking beers the whole time, the whole show today.
The whole show, Trav. The whole show.
Well, I can't drink a lot, so I got 2 beers right here, so that's probably gonna do it for me. And on that note, check this out, man. You remember I was supposed to do the Rock's new tequila, Terramana. I was supposed to do a taste test today. I went to the liquor store, and the dude said, "We don't have it in Ohio yet. It's not in Ohio yet." And so I looked into it. I called all the liquor stores, or I called about 4 of them in the area. They didn't have it because, I don't know. I just thought maybe that guy wasn't hip to it because he didn't know what I was talking about. But every liquor store I called, they didn't know what I was talking about either. So here in Toledo, we run to the state line. The state line is, probably about, if I jump on the Anthony Wayne Trail, the state line is probably about 15 minutes. And the state line, I think it's called like Ernie's or something like that, or Ellis's or something like that. And you go across the Michigan line and you can get liquor. So whatever they don't have in Toledo, we go across the line in Michigan and get it in Temperance, Michigan. So I called those guys and thinking maybe Michigan would have it, and they didn't have it either, man. So we gotta postpone the Terramana tequila taste test until I can get my hands on it here in Ohio. So sorry about that, guys. I'll let you guys know how it tastes when I get it in. But I got plenty of beer.
Well, first and foremost, man, I want to welcome everybody to the Big Trav and Q Show.
That's right. Welcome, everybody. Hope everybody.
Can you believe, Trav? It's been officially 1 week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been doing our thing.
Yeah.
For the whole week.
Exactly.
How you feeling about that, man?
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. This is what we do anyway.
Right.
That's
now we're just allowing people to come into our world and listen to you and I banter back and forth, right?
Right, exactly. And so that's why we started this, because we was like, we got to take this to the podcast, man. You looking at the screen, you see my new shirt? You see my Big Trav and Q, my white shirt?
Oh, I see you rocking the white. I see you doing your thing.
Shout out to my man, Anthony Yancey. Anthony Yancey, man, that's my dude. That's who do my shirts. And, he actually reached out to me, man. So, I think I'm going to make Anthony Yancey the official outfitter for the Big Trav and Q Show, man. We're going to have him.
What?
Everybody, been complimenting me on my different colored hoodies.
You're not going to get no hand claps for that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Some applause. Yeah, there we go. That's right. Shout out to Anthony Yancey. We're going to make him the official outfitter of the Big Trav and Q Show because he reached out. That's what you do. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for sponsors. If you want your product or your business mentioned on our podcast, hit us up, inbox me or Q, and we'll take care of that for you. We'll make sure we get your product on, because we would love to, add more content to the show. The more content to the show, the merrier. So if you want to do an interview, about your product, or you got something going on, I know ain't no events coming up because everybody quarantined, but if you got some information that you feel that our audience need to know, holla at us. We'll make that happen, right, Q?
I agree. And with that being said, don't forget to go to our YouTube page and subscribe and hit that notification bar, and you can go and watch any of our previous shows that you may have missed, and you can always catch us here every Monday through Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Is that right, Trav?
That's correct. Monday through Friday. And You know, we're going to stick with 6 to 8 for right now, and if we feel the need to change the times, and during the quarantine we don't feel the need to change the time, we'll let you guys know. So did any amazing news catch your attention overnight?
Yeah, it really actually did. I don't know. Did you get a chance to listen to what's going on with this Dana White situation?
No. Well, yeah, I did. I heard that he was looking to charter an island so he could continue the weekly MMA bouts, you know, and I didn't look into the exact, you know, logistics of it, but if you did, go ahead and let everybody know what you give them the rundown on it. So go ahead.
Well, basically, you know, you were hitting it on a point. The bottom line of it is that he's basically trying to, you know, use the umbrella of saying that, hey, you know, why people are sitting at home and not being entertained, and that's our job, is to provide entertainment. He wants to charter this island where he can isolate everybody, and no fans will be in attendance, of course, but he wants to be able to put on all these UFC fights. Well, the problem with that, and some of the pushback, is that people are saying, well, what type of environment are you going to have? How are you going to control this? You know, and the commission doesn't seem to really be behind this. And the fact that you're trying to do it with the lockdown in session, and it's going to be April the 18th. So, I don't know. You got a tall hill to climb, but we'll see how that goes.
No, you know what? I don't agree with it. I'm against him on this because, you know, everyone else is shutting down. I mean, you know, why don't he just do what the WWE done? Just, you know, just hold the bouts. Well, you know, I think he's still going to get criticized for doing it. He's still going to get criticized for meeting.
Oh, Vince McMahon caught a lot of heat. You talking about from doing WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see
the.
Sent it to you. I sent it to you earlier. Bottom line of it is that Vince McMahon has been running the longest tenure program show, Raw and SmackDown. So he didn't want to cancel any of his shows because, now I'm not in the room, but from what they're saying is because that is more important. And he said that because when 9/11 happened and with all these, you know, events that happened, he's always put on good quality events, and you know, wrestling has always been there. So what he's basically was using an argument to say that during tiring times like this, he wanted to still be able to still provide quality entertainment. Now, from a financial standpoint, is that WrestleMania right now brings in a lot of money. And so there were financial reports that were coming in. They were estimating that he could lose a lot from doing this, from not putting on this production. So he was caught in the situation of, I have my shareholders that I have to address, but then I have my wrestlers' concerns. So I had to find a happy medium. So he went to his performance center out there in Florida, which the governor was also being heavily criticized from basically, you know, delaying the lockdown like other governors have been. We'll touch on that a little bit later on. So some of his biggest stars were resisting from actually doing the show because they didn't know how they were doing the testing, how they would basically be able to come into contact. So he was up under a lot of scrutiny, and then the whole idea of how the show was going to be constructed. So from what I understand, the final project came back with a lukewarm reception. So, you know, you got to look at it. Do you put money over your people? So that's what he was faced with. So he made that executive decision to do so.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think he can win. I don't think nobody can win because most of the country, because most people take this serious, and we're in quarantine. I mean, non-essential things are shut down right now. And when you continue to engage in non-essential activities, you're going to catch heat, because, people are going to look at it from the standpoint that, Vince McMahon's situation, he's putting his employees' lives at stake, I do understand everyone's losing money. He's not the only one losing money. Everyone is losing money. And he's a billionaire, man. Sometimes you got to take an L. And this is a situation where you got to take an L. So, I'm against him and Dana White on this. I understand that. That's what Netflix is for. That's what Netflix is for, and all the streaming services.
So let me play devil's advocate. Okay. So the big Trav and Q Show.
Right.
We go syndicated. We out here. We doing huge numbers.
Right.
We faced with the same dilemma that Vince McMahon and Dana White is. Right.
Right.
So paint the picture here. We have obligation to our shareholders that we have to generate, but at the same time, we got studio people. We got people that actually help do the production and everything. Do we want to subject them to daily shows which they can actually possibly contract this disease, or do we focus on the financial aspects of actually making sure that we finance our shareholders? What do we do in that aspect? Just playing devil's advocate.
I think having shareholders and where we are, that's a big gap. So let me paint a more realistic picture for everybody. The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club podcast, that would be more realistic example for us, and what they're doing. That'd be more realistic for us. They everything you just said, they got the same situation except for the shareholders and all of that. And they
got shareholders they got to deal with too. iHeartMedia.
But below that, dealing with the station itself, they've compromised, and we would have to compromise with us being a podcast show like we are and like they are. What they're doing, they're broadcasting from home. All three of them are at home, and I'm pretty sure the sound people, I'm pretty sure they haven't given me any indication that the sound people or the behind the scenes people are not working. But the host of the Breakfast Club, they're all at home. They're still doing the broadcast. Matter of fact, they extended it. Normally they do like 5:30 to like 9. They extended it to 11 o'clock for the quarantine situation. No, that wouldn't, no, we would have to make an adjustment, and technology allows us to make that adjustment, and it allowed them to make the adjustment, like I said, that's what I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get you a better microphone situation so you can sound better, because I want us to be at our best. So, after we get,
that's a good transition, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because I want you to sound as good as I do. It still sounds like you're on the phone, lightweight. It sounds okay, but okay is not good enough with me. So, let me get your address when we get off of here, and we'll get you. I'm gonna get you a better mic situation, and then you'll sound as good as I do. So, okay. Moving right along, but we're going to stay on that topic of activities that's essential and not essential during the quarantine. I got a sound bite. Actually, I got a couple sound bites related to the quarantine. Did you see it had to be Ohio. Did you see the guy from Ohio, from Cincinnati? I don't know why he went live at a party. He went live at a party in Cincinnati, and he posted it, and he got arrested in Cincinnati. And here's the soundbite of him explaining just how he feel about having a party during the quarantine.
Did Let the women get up there. Hey, yeah, this is how we doing in my city, man. We don't give a fuck about the coronavirus. This is how we celebrate our coronavirus. You got 1,400 people watching you right now. What you got? Yeah, man.
It was a lot of music in the background. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but he basically said, he said, this is how we do it in my city. We don't give a fuck about no damn coronavirus. You know, he said, we got 1,400 people watching this live. You know, that's basically what he said. I don't even, I asked you how you feel about it, but I know it ain't good, man. This is a bad deal. This is a bad deal, man. I love my people, but y'all special. What do you say?
Well, first of all, are you stereotyping, Trav? You say our people?
Yeah, I actually am. Well, but you know what? I just do. I do. I accept everything that come with us, man. I do. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But I mean, the guy could have been somebody other than us as well. But I hate the fact that he was a bruh and that he was from Ohio. You know what I'm saying? I just, I wish it had been nobody at all. But the guy looked
like Florida in the Bronx.
I got the video, and he looks like a young guy. I mean, he looks about 25 years old. So we just gonna chalk that up to him being young, man. You do stupid shit when you're young. When you're under 25, you just do stupid shit. Stupid shit. Is stupid shit acceptable when you're under 25? I'm asking you personally. You agree? To me, that's what I think. I think when you under 25, stupid shit is okay. I mean, it's normal for you to do stupid shit. What you say?
Wow, I think that's a chew on right there. Growing up, I believe that you had, you always have the opportunity to do something and basically redeem yourself. I remember if you went before the judge, you got a second chance, or you got a chance to, right whatever wrong. But now, how things are going now, it's like you don't really get too many second chances because now things are so finalized, things are permanent. Like they were saying about this situation, it's on the internet forever. So how you go for that job, they pull you up. This is the type of stuff that they look at.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not making an excuse for him, but I'm gonna chalk this up for just being young shit. This is just young shit. Like I said, he looked like he under 25. God, I mean, I hate to compare.
It's tough, man. It's a real tough
Well, the only
situation.
thing is, I was about to say, well, at least he wasn't robbing nobody. At least he wasn't pulling a gun on nobody. But I don't want to compare it to that stuff. For me, I'm just going to chalk it up as just stupid shit for being under 25, man. And you live and you learn, I'm pretty sure everybody around him going to give him the fifth degree or whatever. And hopefully he'll learn from it. And what would be a interesting plot twist on this story? If 2 days,
what's that?
If 2 days later we get a report, Cincinnati, Ohio man who threw a party during the coronavirus now has contracted the coronavirus. That would be an interesting plot twist on this story. So everybody.
Now, do you think that in situations like this, do you think this would encourage people or discourage people from moving forward with it? Because the way it seems is that you always got to have that face to something. You know what I'm saying? Like last month, the basketball player, he was the one that was the face to actually what basically jump started this whole situation with him touching everything and all of that other stuff.
Right.
Now, transitioning to now with this young man, you and I, we came up in a time where, you was expected to do dumb stuff. If you didn't, we were looking at you like you were stupid. But now it's like with them handing out felonies like it's candy now. It's like you can't. I just, growing up these times is just totally different, and you have to really minimize your mistakes. So my question to you is, would this, the latest happening right now, would this encourage people from doing things, or would it discourage people? Or will people just say, that's an isolated situation, doesn't matter? I'm going to do me.
Well, you know what? For me, it's not going to matter, because doing stupid shit as a young person, that's timeless. That'll never get old. Young people have been doing stupid shit since the beginning of time, and that ain't going away. That ain't going out of style. Doing stupid shit as a young person, that's not going out of style. So that's not going anywhere. So, for me, once again, I'm just going to chalk this one up to, just a young person doing some stupid shit, and hopefully he learned from it, and, we move on. So that's where I'm at on that. So, okay, the next, I got another sound bite. This is a guy, looks like he's on a subway train. I don't know if you've seen it or not. And he's on a subway train, and he getting his hustle on. Check him out.
I got your Corona pack that you get 2 man and you get 2 sets of gloves for only $5. Now who wanna live? That's all I wanna know. Who wanna live?
He's on a subway train, and he got a mask on. I'm just gonna paint the picture. I got the video here. He's on a subway train. He said, I got your mask and your gloves right here. He said, for $5. He said, you get a mask and 2 pair of gloves for $5. He said, now who want to live?
The hustle is real, ain't it?
You got a problem? You got a problem with his hustle?
I'm not surprised. I mean, people have been conforming to whatever atrocities is going on for 9/11, people selling water, just, kits and everything that you can think of just to make $1. No, I'm not mad at it, but at the same time, it's like, could you really slow down a little bit, dude?
Let me see. No, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it, man. For the simple fact that everyone, I seen a story earlier today that this lady, she, I guess she's a financial consultant, and she urged everyone to use this quarantine situation as an opportunity to become an entrepreneur. And I think circumstances like we're in right now, I think they force you to be creative. Like, I don't know if you paid attention, but the lady that's been she's been she went viral for making art of her toddler's food. Like, she took like a bologna sandwich and she made like a happy face and a lion out of it. You know what I mean? And she's getting a lot of attention, and people in the comments were like, hey, that's a new business for you. I can see you doing, it sounds like a book to me. I mean, she probably could do maybe a 10, 20 page book on turning, how to make fun or how to have fun with your toddler's lunch or something, So I thought that was interesting. So, and look at us, we wouldn't be doing this podcast if we weren't in this quarantine situation. For me, me and Q, we had talked about it. We talked about it several times. We just talked about it.
I think we still would have been doing it. I just think this helped push us to the edge. Yeah. And say, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Here's an opportunity. Go and win it.
Right. It did. We talked about it, just kind of general, several times. And with me knowing that I'm going to be out at least 30 days, I felt like I needed something to do to keep myself busy. So I just looked into doing a podcast and everything it took. And And it was probably about a week process of me looking into everything, seeing what I needed, checking out other podcasts, trying to, and basically, the quarantine forced me to be creative. And I think that, me and Q we got blessed in the situation. It's going well. We getting mad love. And I can see us continuing to do this after the quarantine. I think we can keep doing this, right?
I believe we can do it.
Sorry about the long pause. I was sipping on my beer, on my Budweiser. If you guys didn't know, I got the beers on the show today because today is National Beer Day. So if you're a beer drinker, matter of fact, listen, go to the fridge right now, get you a beer. I want you to drink with me. As you listening to the show, go grab you a beer and let's have a beer together. Q, you got any beers at the crib?
I sure do.
Grab you a beer. I want to hear you sip one and be like, ah.
If you got the time, we got the beer.
Exactly. Okay.
What about the tacos, man? You're not having a taco with your beer?
You know what? I didn't think about it until we went to go do the show. My wife says to me, she said with the Q graphics, she said, you don't want to throw no tacos on the Q graphic? And I said, damn, I didn't even think about it. So, you know what? Taco Tuesday on Big Trav and Q Show, that's going to be a big deal. Matter of fact, next Tuesday, we will have the tacos on the screen on the other side of the phone number across from Q, and then we'll throw another taco up at the Big Trav logo. I think, let me see here. Okay, the logo is right here, and then Q is right here, I believe. And then the number is down here. So, okay. So we'll have everything placed appropriately, and we're gonna make a big deal out of Taco Tuesday. Matter of fact, maybe we have some tacos on the show. What do you think about that? Having some tacos on the show?
I love the idea. We're gonna be very creative, man. I want to be able to come in the studio with tacos and we drinking, whatever we need.
We'll
to do,
have all of that. Listen, I got all type of ideas, man. By the time you get here, I'll have Thanos' gauntlet here. I'll have Thor's hammer here. I got all these ideas for our. We're gonna have the coolest props for the show, and then I'm gonna get us a bigger table. What I realize, I got like a bar height table right now, and right now, if you were in studio right now, you probably would be right across from me, because and once we get the the software that we want so we can do our close-ups and everything, I think I'm gonna get a bigger table for us. So you can have a lot of room, I can have a lot of room, and then our guests can have a lot of room. So, I
got a question for you, Trav. Yeah. Someone's asking, they're saying, since we've been on the air and we've been doing this for about a week now, what has been the best, let me see what they said. What's been the best topic that you like to have discussed so far that has stood out with you personally?
The best topic that has stood out so far. I can't really say I got one. I can't really. I really enjoyed talking about the T-Pain and Lil Jon yesterday. I can't really recall every topic that we had, but for right now, just for the sake of the question, I'll go back to yesterday. I really enjoyed the, talking about the Last Dragon, the Last Dragon.
I was sitting here biting my teeth.
Yeah,
he's not going to say that.
It was the Last Dragon because I brung sound bites and everything. I brung 3 sound bites, and I couldn't wait after I seen the movie. I couldn't wait to get back here and talk to you about it. And you were excited that I actually watched the movie that you suggested. So that was a good look. And we spent a lot of time on it, and we came back to it later on in the show, and yeah, it was the Last Dragon topic. It was that. So there you go. It was that. Let me see here.
It looked like that was one of our most reviewed shows as well.
It probably could have been. Okay, I got a few more sound bites. Okay, DJ Envy, speaking of the Breakfast Club, he took to Instagram earlier today, and basically he's a DJ. I'm a DJ, and I really took to this story because he wanted to do something for the DJs. He said he's seen people helping out the barmaids. He said he's seen people helping out essential workers, and so he came up with an idea to help the DJs who didn't have another job. Remember how I was talking about how I felt like I was blessed because I had a regular job and DJing money was just extra money for me. He wanted to do something for the guys that don't do anything else. So this is what he had to say about that. So take a listen.
What up? Shout out to all my DJs out there. Now today, we're doing something special for the DJs. So if you're a DJ, make sure you follow my IG because we're going to be talking to you guys today. And the reason is I know a lot of DJs, I know shit is fucked up, all right? I know a lot of us, we rely on parties, rely on those lounges, rely on those clubs, and they're all shut down. And the crazy thing is there's so many bailouts and so many people helping so many different places, whether you're a worker and you get a furlough. Even though they let you go, you can file unemployment and still get your benefits. Even bartenders, they're doing something for the bartenders where they're still allowing bartenders to get tips and they have some organization that helps the bartenders out. But who helps the DJs? What organization helps the DJs? I mean, all year long, we're making people dance. We're making people feel good. We're giving that vibe in the club. But now we're at a point where a lot of DJs can't pay their rent. They can't buy formula for their babies or food for the crib. So we're coming together. I spoke to a lot of my DJ friends from Kid Capri to DJ Scratch, to Clue, to Camilo, to Self, and we want to do something for the DJs to make sure the DJs are good.
So you good with that? Shout out to DJ Envy, for wanting to do something for the DJs who only DJ. What do you say?
I think it's a great idea. I actually want to broach the subject about what's been coming up on the Drink Champs, about scenarios like this where Nori's always been talking about unionizing entertainment. Do you think, like, for situations like this, that we should have funding set aside for DJs, for people that are struck with hard times, not just for artists, but for people that actually help put things together in times like this that get hit the most? Do you personally think we should have funds together that pick to help for DJs and program directors, people that actually help behind the scenes putting things on that get hit the most? The faces is always going to be the ones that people see all the time, but it's like the people that's always helping us behind the scenes. What do you think about that?
Well, you know what? You sort of trailed off in the end on what you were saying, but what I heard in the beginning was, so I'm gonna rephrase what you said. So basically, are you asking me? Let's just stick with DJing. Are you asking me if I think that DJing should be unionized? Is that what you're asking me?
Sure.
Oh God, that's a tough one. The only problem with that is I just don't see how you.
Because we know how you like to get down with the DJs, Trav.
Yeah, I don't see how you would do it. I don't see how you could unionize. It's not a new idea. I remember DJ Toledo. He had brought it up. We had talked before, and he brought that up to me. And I remember he told me that some local DJs was meeting about, I guess the older DJs, they were upset that the established DJs, the older DJs, they were upset that they were getting undercut by the new guys or the younger guys, and they were upset about it. So they actually had brought this up. They wanted to band together. They made an attempt to band together to come up with some standard prices. And, I don't charge a lot. I'm one of the cheaper DJs in town, on purpose. And so I didn't think it was right, because I think that when you an established DJ and everybody, and everybody is booking him, the new guy or the younger guy, it's going to be hard if he don't charge a lesser price, it's going to be hard for him to make it. That's his only leverage. That's his only leverage. If for a new person coming in the game, I remember, let's take me. I remember when I first came into the game, it was tough because, it was probably about 4 or 5 DJs on the radio station. People heard them every day. And then it was 2 other DJs in town who was well established, old school, just mainstays, and if we had a union and like a set price, I never would have been able to come up. I never would have been able to come up, man. So my only recourse was to offer a low price. I was very thoughtful in the beginning. For me, I wanted to. It didn't matter how much I charged in the beginning, because I wanted to experience. For me, I was like, I would take any amount of money in the beginning, because I wanted to experience. It wasn't about the money. It has never been about the money for me. Never about the money. And so I wanted to get the experience, because I didn't know what I was doing. And I said, the only way, I'm going to get the experience is if I get to work. And so for me, I remember in the beginning, I was charging $50 to do a 4-hour gig, and that sounds insane right now, but it was it was a couple things. One, I didn't know how much DJs charged. I didn't know how much they charged, and 2, the money, it didn't matter to me in the beginning, because I wanted to experience. So I would have done a free gig just to get the experience, man, to be able to go through the gig and make the mistakes and experimenting with playlists and learning how to, blend music and stuff like that. So I wanted to experience. So that was, in the beginning, that was more important to me. It wasn't about the money. For me, it was getting the experience. And I've been blessed. Man. I really have. My DJ career, it took off so fast. And it was probably because I knew everybody. I already knew everybody. I knew all the people that was popping in town. And so it was kind of easy for me to, people was just like, oh, Trav DJing now. So it was sort of easy. Like I said, I looked up and I'm DJing for Mike Epps. That came too fast. But thanks to
But you was resilient, Trav, and you may not have. You were ready for the opportunity. Some people sink, some people swim. I was just talking to somebody, and they were saying that what's going on right now, right? They was making the argument. They were saying, and I'm just going to paraphrase what they were saying. I'm not going to quote them, but they were basically saying that, for years, when you've been having an opportunity to make money and to supplement your income and, market yourself and put yourself in the best light possible to basically get as much money in the time frame that's necessary for you to basically be able to do what you're doing, right? Because everybody comes out and starts out the same, but only divides us as opportunities and et cetera, right?
Right.
So if you are doing these things and if you're opening up an account, and this person was emphatic about this, he was like, most people only focus on the checking. They don't focus on the savings. They don't focus on putting money up. And, although you give people money, but you can't control how they spend their money. If they're putting up money, are they taking the recommended 5 to 7% and putting that money up? So when there are times like this, they can have money that they can actually be able to use or be able to tide them over until this storm passes. So are we to blame ourselves for people that do it versus those who don't? Now, these are not my views. This is a conversation that I was having with someone else. And he was adamant about it. He was like, look, this is times to show who is the ones that are the survivors and who are the ones who's been pretending. Those who pretend, those who go on Facebook and acting like they get it, they doing this, they doing that. Let's just say social media. I'm not going to just minimize it and say just, Facebook. Those who go on there and act like they doing this and that. Now let's really see, who's the pretenders from the winners are, who's doing that. So that was his point of view. He was basically saying that, hey, don't cry me a river if you didn't take the necessary 15 or 20 years to basically build up your wealth and do the things that most other people were doing. So that was his viewpoint.
So are you saying tough luck for inexperienced and young DJs? Is that what you're saying? That sounds like that's what you're saying.
Okay, going back to the DJ situation is, I applaud what DJ Envy is doing. I think that's a good idea. I think what he's doing is great. Remember when we had you played the soundbite on what Kid Capri was saying. And
right.
He was how he had a problem with it. So now you have two contrasts. You have one DJ who's saying, hey, let's shine a light on this. Let's support the DJs, tip the DJs. Let's and then you got the other DJ who's saying, no, I don't like that.
You know what's funny about that? In the DJ Envy clip, he said that Kid Capri was one of the DJs that he reached out to and he agreed to help. So I can imagine.
Did he have a change of heart?
I think so. Well, you know what? That wasn't what he said wasn't a popular opinion, and I think he caught some heat from that because, like I keep saying, we in trying times, and like DJ Envy, the reason DJ Envy is doing this is the opposite reason that Kid Capri had a problem with. And so, so he probably caught some heat. I think Envy probably put in a call to him because Envy, had...
Who considers him a mentor,
right,
by the way.
Right, exactly. Envy, who had been one of the biggest advocate for the DJs putting cash apps. I remember on one show, he was like, make sure you DJs are putting your cash apps. And he was urging people that, hey, if you checking out these people, these DJs is going live, make sure you ask them for their cash app. So Envy has been an advocate for for people cash apping the DJs going live from the beginning, and it's really a shame. I can't believe for me, what Kid Capri said. That's something you keep to yourself, man. That's something if you feel that way, keep it to yourself, man. You just can't run to social media all of the time and tell everybody how you feel on things.
I agree. I mean, I'm entitled to opinions. You're always going to have you're always going to have people that are going to, disagree with you, but, in this instance, I don't see nothing wrong with helping somebody out.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
But, I agree with you too. You can say what you want, but you got to be ready for what's going to come with it. You know what I'm saying? You got listen, you can say whatever you want, but, and I'm pretty sure he caught some heat. And hopefully that if he did catch some heat and him working with DJ Envy on this endeavor, hopefully he'll get redeemed and hopefully he'll go back on his social media and refute what he said before and become an advocate for DJs throwing their cash app in the post so they can get some money while we make it through.
Well, it's ironic because you just, in the previous segment, you was talking about wrestling. Well, there was a wrestler who actually went on social media and was saying the same thing about independent wrestlers that wasn't making the money, because, WrestleMania is a big, financial, pay-per-view. And, a lot of these independent wrestlers, they don't make as much money. So, I think, what he was saying is that, hey, if you don't make as much money as the big shows, then why are you doing it? And I think that's what he was saying.
No, but you know what? That wouldn't have good. That would not a popular opinion.
game for a lot of wrestlers that actually eat off of that. That's like, a big payday for a lot of people. And so when you stop that money, you stop a lot of people from eating. And so because he's in a privileged situation, he was like, well, don't get mad at me because I put my money up and I was able to save and you guys didn't do it. And, he was like, and for all you that said that I didn't come up in the indie circuit and this and that, he made it a point to say, I drove all the way across country with $150 to my name and I made a name for myself. So just like in the hip hop community with Kid Capri, he caught a lot of heat from that. In the wrestling community, he caught a lot of heat for what he said. So, and he had to walk that back.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Hey, once again, shout out to DJ Envy, and I'm gonna do. Hopefully, I'm gonna follow up with this, and then hopefully I'll have some follow up information on that particular story. Okay, I got a couple more sound bites. Let me read this to you. It says on Sunday, music producer Teddy Riley claimed that the virus, the coronavirus, was being spread through cellular towers in an Instagram live chat with Charlemagne the God. And I got a sound bite, so check out the sound bite. All right, let's see here. I believe this is it here.
Live.
Got you. Listen, I know you're gonna find this disrespectful.
Oh no, wrong one. Okay, hold on. That was the wrong one. Okay, here's the right one. I didn't have time to label them, so.
Damn, Teddy.
Yeah, let me say something. This is something that I know. I just really feel like we're being bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? And we're being made to believe so many things that is not the truth. But, it's not for me to say. It's, I feel like my brothers and sisters need to know. You know what I'm saying? The corona, everybody know by now what it really is. It's really about this new world order that they're trying to put in with these G5 connections.
Oh, the 5G towers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Teddy. I don't know what the
I don't know if you heard or not, but Teddy Riley basically saying that the coronavirus is related to the 5G towers that's been constructed around the world. Do you buy that? You think the corona situation the coronavirus, you think it has anything to do with the 5G towers for cell phones?
Well, I would need to know more about what he is saying because he's not the only one that's been saying that. I've been seeing that as a storyline.
Yeah, Carrie Hilson. Yep, Carrie Hilson took to Instagram to claim the same thing. So.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't want to necessarily, denounce anything that he or what she is saying. The only thing that I would say is, sometimes your entertainers are great at being entertainers, but when it comes off into them being more than that, then that's where we have to draw the line at. But as far as that goes, maybe he's on to something that we don't know anything about. What do you think? You think where there's smoke, there's fire? I don't see the distinction. In a virus, and I'm just visually trying to put this in my mind. How can a virus be able to? Yeah, I'm just trying to understand that.
Okay, first let me do a station identification.
It's the Big Trav and Q Show. They waiting for just another damn podcast. Now let's go. Go.
That's right. You tuned into the Big Trav and Q Show. We got 1 hour down.
Yep.
We got another hour to go. Coming into the second hour, we're discussing Teddy Riley comments. He done an Instagram live interview with Teddy Riley, and Teddy Riley basically said that we're being bamboozled by a new world order, and that the coronavirus is related to 5G cell phone towers that's probably been constructed in the last couple years to give us better signals and more bars, better coverage in our networks or whatever. So, and Q just gave his opinion. He said that basically, I'm just going to sum up what you said. You basically said you don't have enough information to conclude that. Was that basically what you said?
Right. Yeah. I don't really know how to assess that, but I also want to say that if you're just tuning in, I just assume people are just tuning in right now. If you're tuning in for the first time for the big Trav and Q show, don't forget, make sure to check us out on all of our outlets from Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're also on YouTube. And when you get a chance, go check out some of our previous shows that we've done. If you like them, hit the subscribe button and make sure you let everybody know what you think about. Let us know. We love to hear. And we love feedback from everybody that's tuning in and letting us know exactly what you think about the show. Go ahead, Trav.
And yeah, what he said. And we also want to recognize our official clothier for the Big Trav and Q show, Mr. Anthony Yancey. He done my shirt right here. And our merchandise is for sale. If you would like a Big Trav and Q show hoodie or t-shirt, hit us up. We'd be happy to supply you with any of our merch. So yeah, check us out. Okay, for me, I'm with you. I don't have enough evidence. I'm not a physicist. I'm not a geologist. I don't have enough information. I don't know that, but I will say that another picture that's been surfacing is a train tanker that had COVID-19 on the side of the tanker. Did you see that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of eerie as well. Did you guys see that? It was a black train. It was on the train tracks. It was a black tanker, and in the picture, it was a picture of the black tanker, and in yellow stencil letters, all caps, it was COVID-19, and whoever realized it circled it, and that picture has been going around. So that would make you think that it's a liquid, I mean, it could be a gas or a liquid that was in there. So is it a gas? Is it a liquid? Is it radiation? So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We just don't know. So that's going to be our opinion right now. I'm not going to say whether.
Yeah, because they were talking about baseball is looking at basically trying to do. They want to resume in May, and some of the questions that you and I are talking about, how they're going to do. How they're going to resume testing. Are you going to be away from your family from an extended amount of time? But from what a lot of people were saying, they don't even know how this virus reacts to certain people, how some people have symptoms, how some people don't. Why are some people dying? Why are some people not?
Yeah.
So it's like there's nothing. You understand what I'm saying? They were saying that there's a 90-year-old woman who bounced back that was relatively great, and how you have people in their 20s that are dying from the disease. So we don't really have enough information right now, Trav, in my personal opinion, to really say what's this, what's that. To shut down any conspiracy theories or to heighten anything. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't want to give out the misinformed information about, I believe this, that. And I try to do my due diligence as much as possible. But, to each his own. If that's what he believes, I would like to see his sources, to where he's getting his information. Because it doesn't seem like he's the only one that shares these thoughts. So.
Well, they're both, Teddy Riley and Kerry Hilson, they're both coming under heat for misinformation. For me, let me say this. Let me put this out there. I don't know. It's not enough people coming forward with the information, but I guess the question would be, I guess it depends on who is dishing out the information. Dr.
Drew, he came up under heat because he was telling people, "Oh, it's not this bad. Just do this and that." And now, when he's seeing the numbers are escalating the way that they're escalating, he had to get in front of that microphone and sit down in that hot seat. So, until we can assess this situation, Trav, and we can really get more information about that, I'm gonna have to abstain from that one a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think the best thing to do, guys, is to just stay your ass at home. Listen,
Right.
Unless you have to absolutely, positively get out and get you something essential, stay your butt at home. Just stay at home. And but the thing about, okay, this is what just came to mind. If you got a 5G phone and you staying at home, according to Teddy Riley and Kerry Hilson, you still jacked up. If you got to find, because did you see the video? Did Tony Tuggle send you that video where I guess somebody had took a cell phone and they put, it looked like a Brillo pad. It looked like a Brillo pad type substance. They surrounded the phone with the Brillo pad substance, and then they called the phone. And as the phone rang, the Brillo type substance around the phone, it started catching on fire. I don't know if you guys seen that video. I tell you what, I'm gonna put the video on all our social media pages for you to check it out. I don't mean to scare anybody. Listen, if somebody come on and be like, "Don't do it," what you think? I'm not gonna do it unless if you're afraid that we'll be spreading misinformation, I won't post it on our pages. I mean, if you want me to post it, I will.
I think it's up to people to do their homework. You know what I'm saying? My position has always stood that I've always stood on something. Hey, if I don't know something, I'm not gonna, because I know people listen to what I say and people really, really respect my opinions on stuff. And I don't like to misinform people. And if I know that I'm not strong on something, I don't like to get off in there and especially dive it into hyperbole. So I don't know. I'm trying to see how they cross-reference with one another.
Well, what I'll do, I'll tell you what, for me, it's not misinformation. I'll post it on all our social media pages just for you to add to your, to add to your gathering of information to make your own conclusion. So that's what I'll do. So listen, I'll put it on the pages. I won't consider it misleading people or misinformation or whatever. I'll put it on there, and then you just kind of add it to your collected information, and then in the end make your opinion on whether you think that Teddy Riley or Kerry Hilson is barking up the right tree or the wrong tree or whatever. But I just thought it'd be interesting to bring up on the show today. So that was that. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What else I got here? Okay. I had something else I wanted to read. Let's see here. Let's see here.
And, I'm not denouncing anything that they're saying. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I believe that, everybody has an opportunity to say what they feel, but I just would like to have a little bit more meat on the bone before I actually get to chewing on something.
Yeah, me too. I agree. Okay, listen to this. It says Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot found herself facing major backlash after apparently receiving a haircut during the COVID-19 pandemic. She claims the woman who cut my hair had a mask and gloves on. I am practicing what I preach, the mayor insisted. Okay, the mayor of Chicago got her hair cut, and she she claimed that the person cutting her hair had on mask and gloves. Do you buy it? Okay, it's two parts. Okay.
That's a classic movie phrase. I'll buy that for $1.
Okay. It's two parts to this. Okay. The first part is, do you have a problem? Yeah, let's add a third part. It's two parts in the first part. Okay. Do you have a problem with someone going to get a haircut or having someone come and cut your hair during the quarantine? And do you got a problem with a public official who's supposed to be a leader during this time having someone cut her hair? So that's the first part of that. So go.
Well, because they have to be on camera all the time, and they have to look. No, you know what? Nope. I have an issue with that. You need to look as scroungy. You need to look as messed up as we all looking right now.
Right.
If I show people how I'm looking, if I go another week, Trav, I'm probably gonna look like Jesus in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the point of it is that you have to look like, you don't have to, but I think people buy into you more if they see you looking like everybody else, like you're struggling like everybody else. And it's a twofold to that, right? I mean, you're talking about people that's got to be. You got people that's got to be on camera all the time. They got to, they have to be in front of people, the constituents, and things of that matter. But me personally, I don't care about none of that. I think you got to ride this out like everybody else.
You know what? I don't think she can win because okay, the first part of it is you're gonna have people going. You're going to have people going to say, the first part of the people are going to say, hey, she down for us, man. She going through it just like us. But then you're going to have some ignorant folk that's going to be like, when she come on to do, like a speech or give an update or whatever, you're going to have them people to be like, oh, man, look at the mayor looking like a hot mess. They going to tear her ass apart for looking like a hot mess. She could have done something to her hair. You always got them. Don't you always got them people? You always got them people to be like, but let me say this, man. And this could be another, we're going to roll into this topic after this because I seen Jalen Rose. You know what? I remember before the quarantine situation, I love Jalen Rose. I'm a big Michigan fan. I love the Fab Five. I love Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose is on he's on a couple shows. He's on a show called Get Up and a show called What the People Want. And me and Jalen, we're the same age. So I used to look at Jalen and be like, damn, that nigga ain't got no gray in his hair. I'm like, he looked like he about 25. Now, since the quarantine been going on, he been broadcasting or doing the show from his crib, and man, he just like Kevin Hart and Deion Sanders and who else was in that? Who was it? It was Diddy. It was Diddy. Everybody was given 50 Cent put together a meme that had Deion Sanders, Kevin Hart, and Diddy showing their grays. They hadn't had a haircut. I didn't know Diddy was that gray. That really surprised me. So that, because they're my age, Diddy and Jalen Rose, they're my age. And I was giving them credit for not being gray and being my age, but the quarantine exposed them, and oh man, Jalen Rose, man, he got just as much gray as I do, and so do Diddy. So, but
you gotta watch that gray out of my hair.
But it was cool to see that they're human too. That was a cool factor for me. It was cool to see that
I'm only human.
Right, exactly. Did you have a problem with 50 exposing Kevin, Diddy, and Deion Sanders? Did you have a problem with that? Did you see it first? Did you see it? Q. Yo, Q. You can't be going silent on me, man. Yo, Q. Hey, man, you can't be dyeing your hair during the broadcast, man. Don't be washing to dye your hair while we on the air, man.
You are silly, man.
Well, you went spacey on me. You went spacey on me, man.
I was listening to you. It was a delay. I was listening to what you were saying.
It was a long delay, and I had to fill the space.
I have a 5-second delay in what you're saying. So no, I don't have a problem and it goes back to what I was just saying earlier about us being able to, basically being able for us to be able to do what we're doing and see the human side of us. You know, seeing Dion and seeing Diddy, and no, I don't have a problem.
No. Listen, I asked you, did you have a problem with 50 Cent exposing them in their graves? Did you have a problem with that?
No, I don't have a problem with him showing. Now, people could probably say, well, who he has the right to expose them, but if they are showing themselves out there and putting stuff out on social media, it's all fair game.
Yeah, but Kevin Hart and Deion Sanders, they clapped back at him. Kevin was like, "Fuck you," and Deion Sanders said, "Man, I'll shave all this gray and look younger than you." So no, I don't have a problem with it either. No, like I said, it goes back to the Chicago mayor. I think she would get cool points. She get cool points for seeming like you're normal or like us. I think you. And so, oh man, she's not gonna win. She's not gonna win with this.
Trav, we got somebody that wants to call in and talk about the Teddy Riley and the conspiracy about the COVID and
okay.
The conspiracy.
Tell them to call in. Tell them to call the number or call you. Tell them to call in. We would love to hear what they think. If you got an opinion about the Teddy Riley situation, feel free to call the number. If you want to talk to us about anything, that's why the number is at the bottom of the screen. 419-810-2242. Call in and at any time and give your opinion on anything that we're talking about. We welcome it, Yeah, we don't want you just sitting here looking at me for 2 hours. And so, so we welcome your call. So, yeah, please call in. Tell them to call in.
Travis, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
We got our caller on the phone. Dyson, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you brothers doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Great.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the Big Trav and Q Show.
Hey, brothers, keep doing it. We need as many voices out there on the air, voices of reason, as possible, man, because we got enough idiots that we've been sitting on the sidelines looking at for a long time.
Okay, what did you want to talk about?
I don't know. Yeah, the floor is you guys. I'm with most of the conversation seems to be all about this coronavirus situation.
Now,
yeah. So, what is your thoughts on that? I mean, do you have an opinion of it?
Well, I just think we have to, do our due diligence and investigate as much as possible. You know what I mean? That's all we can do. Try to be the best investigators we can be and gather all the evidence, and it's very, very hard to gather the evidence given, where you find the truth.
So, so what's going on with you? How are you protecting yourself during the quarantine? I mean, what do you have going on?
Basically, I've just been doing the basics, making sure I mask up each time I leave the house, because I don't know whether or not this thing is just completely airborne. And that's the scary part about it,
Can you expand on that?
It's one thing to be, contaminated, but then you have 2 or 3 different situations going on that we're trying to figure out. Is this thing airborne? Is this a bioweapon? Is this a situation where we're being exposed to radiation from the 5G towers? Is this, what the hell is it?
Yeah.
I'm gloving up each time I go up. I'm masking up each time I go out. I'm picking and choosing the times during the day, hopefully that there's, a small amount of traffic in the stores or wherever it is I have to go, trying to pick those low hours where I'm not likely to run into a lot of people, and keeping a 91% alcohol little spray bottle in your pocket, and some paper towel or a small roll of tissue in your pocket. So those things, so you don't reinfect yourself. those little things that you do have to touch, spritz them real quick, wipe them down, immediately throw that away. And then also hit your gloves one time, because, to kind of lessen whatever that contamination was that you just wiped off.
Not the ones that are being thrown in the parking lot for, right?
Oh, man, that's a hurtful situation. I mean, I've been seeing that an awful lot. And it's not a hard thing to do as far as just tossing the gloves where they belong, But this thing, I don't know. It just looks like a bioweapon to me. That's what I'm thinking. I've been sick, had pneumonia over 4 or 5 times, hospitalized. But this thing, it attacks so aggressively, and it kills in a matter of hours and days. And I have never seen anything like this. To just jump on a perfectly, seemingly healthy person and knock you right on down, take you right on out of it.
I agree, and you know what? Shout out to you, man. And let me give you an applause for that. This guy is really doing. Yeah, he's really, you're doing everything that is being asked of everyone, man. You taking all the right precautions, and I'm doing the same thing too, man. I've been out 3 times in the last 3 weeks. And 2 of them have been essential situations. The third one wasn't, as I said, but yeah, it sounds like you taking all the necessary precautions. And you're right. You're on the same page with us. We don't know what it is. I don't want to speculate what it is. I don't want to take no chances.
Well, Trav, I think it's fair for you to speculate. You have to.
Okay.
I mean, I know you wanna, but you have a reason for what you're speculating about. And I'm sure that if asked, you could break it down and tell us, hey, man, look, this is why I'm saying this. And I ain't saying it's right, I ain't saying it's wrong, but this is just from the information I got.
Well, maybe it's a situation where I don't want to know what it is. You know what I mean? I want to do the guidelines. I mean, that's what's going on with me right now. I just want.
Well, how much of your faith? How much faith? Which guidelines are you looking to?
Well, I am a man of faith. I do believe in God. I do pray every day, and for me, I do that every day, and I ask Him to give me strength, every day in this situation that we're going through. Because I think you got to stay prayed up. This is a situation where you got to stay prayed up. So I stay prayed up. And I'm doing what the government officials is asking me to do. Listen, don't, unless you have to get out, don't get out. Stay at home. If you do get out, cover your face. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not leaning towards anyway with it being a bioweapon. I'm not leading on the 5G scenario. I'm not leaning in any of those directions. I'm just doing, what the guidelines are. I'm doing basically the same thing that you're doing. I'm washing my hands after I touch everything. I'm not coming in. I'm if I do get out, I make sure I stay 6 feet away from people. So I'm in a position right now, and I think most people are. I'm just ready for it to be over. I just want to.
Yeah.
I do what I'm told. I'm doing what I'm told. And I think so. I'm believing in what they're suggesting. I'm believing in them. They saying that this is going to be the toughest week. Supposedly, next week this week we're gonna hit the apex. We're gonna peak out this week. This is what they're saying on the news, that we're gonna peak out this week. It's gonna be a lot of deaths this week. And then next week, they said we're gonna start the decline in the peak. So go ahead.
Well, I'm an investigator by occupation, and I hear all these things, but then I listen, and I'm hearing all the double speak, all the double talk. They can't get it together as far as is it 6 feet? Is it 27 feet?
Right.
Is it contamination on surfaces? Is it airborne? And then I got some real issues with you. We're talking about the United States government, okay?
Right.
We have some real issues when you say that there is something of this nature out here and you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
That's BS.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Then furthermore, there was a lot of talk of the testing. At first, you were saying you had nowhere to test for it. Then there's nothing that anyone has produced to give us any type of background science information as to what this so-called particular strain is. Where is that? There are two parts of the CDC. There's one that goes out and does make sure that there's compliance, and then there's another part that goes out who do the investigations and autopsy, and have to go into these bodies to say, okay, look, we got to take these samples because we got to really find out, is this or ain't it what we're telling the public it is.
Yeah, you know what? I don't hear them.
I don't hear them doing that. So then I was just like, okay, now what are you doing with those bodies that are quote unquote infected?
Yeah, you know what? I never thought about that. I never thought about that.
You most certainly aren't sending them infected to the funeral homes, are you?
Yeah, you know what? I never thought about that. Because no one, what they're doing in New York? I mean, they're dying so often in New York. They got like tents set up, or I'm sorry, they got semi trucks, refrigerated semi trucks set up for the infected bodies outside the hospitals. I never thought about that. I never thought about that. Wow.
Okay, so. And then, okay, now, because I go back to the root, I go to the source. I say, okay, now look, if you're saying that this is what this is, damn it, you got to come with something other than your word, because I think we can all agree that since this presidency has taken place, we don't know what the hell the truth is any longer.
No, we don't.
We no longer have journalists any longer. We have people who are terrified, and for the sake of keeping a job, they go along with the script.
Let me ask you this: do you think this is biblical? You think this situation is biblical? Is this a?
Well, you know what I say. I'm very careful about that because I am a spiritual man, and I do pray to the grand architect of the universe.
You think the Lord trying to tell us something?
Be careful now, to make sure that it's the Lord talking.
Okay.
Because I believe in keeping the 4-5 in one hand and the good book in the other. Amen. We're gonna have peace, or we're gonna have peace.
That's right. I gotta drop a bomb for him for that one. He said a Bible in one hand and a 4-5 in the other. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I tell you what, I didn't want to spend too much time on that. I just wanted to get someone else's opinion, because me and Q been talking on it for several days, and so it sounds.
Well, before we let it go, we were trying to get a little correlation. Well, we had Teddy. We showed a excerpt earlier. I don't know if you heard it or not, where Teddy Riley and some other people are starting to make a correlation between the 5G and the coronavirus itself. Is that something that you have any experience that you could probably share with the viewers?
I tell you what, brothers, I just ordered me an electronic radiation detector, and it should be here at my P.O. box within the next day or so. What we have to do as a people, we're very, very intelligent. And we have the world at our fingertips now by way of these computers that we call phones now. Remember in just early 99, they were telling us we would have handheld computers in our hand that we could take anywhere, and we could communicate and talk to people face to face on them. And here it is, we have.
I got a question for you. What are your plans for the radiation detector?
I need to vet out for myself. If they won't vet it, and I can't trust anything that they tell me, without it somewhat trying to vet it as best I can. I'm literate. I'm a degreed individual. I've been with the state of Michigan for over 23, 24 years before retiring. I worked 16 years Department of Corrections, and I worked the other last 2 years, 8 years with Children's Protective Services as an investigator. That's the tee up on the reason why I look at things the way we look at it. And I'm sorry, I mean, it's nothing personal, but we're going to vet what you're saying to me, regardless of who the hell you are. That's what we do at the state of Michigan. And heads will roll if you're not telling us the truth.
Yeah, and you know what?
So I think we should govern ourselves as a people in the same manner. We can't be cool if you don't take care of business, brother.
Right, exactly. And you know what? Michigan is one of the hardest, right now, it's one of the hardest hit states with cases. Wow, you know, and man, I love Detroit, man. And, you know, I shop on Facebook Marketplace, and I've been looking for a Pepsi refrigerator for my man cave. And the three of them that I want is in Michigan, but I'm scared to go up to Michigan. I'm scared. I'm scared to go to Michigan.
Hey, look, you do the trade transaction PayPal and tell him, look, man, I'm about 50 yards off. I'm looking at you through the documents. You leave this machine right there. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do the rest and pull up all the disinfect that bad boy, plastic wrap him, throw him in the truck, and keep on pushing.
You think I'll be okay? If you think I'll be okay, man, I'll do it, man. If you think, because you live in Michigan.
Always tell them, look, man, meet me at the police station. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I tell you what, when you get your radiation detector, call us back. We want to find out what you discovered and what you find out.
Follow up with us.
Yeah, follow up with. I'm interested to know.
Yeah, because I'd like to add to that. You know, I'm over to my mother's taking care of her, and she's 81. So all the things that I'm doing, I have to be very, very careful because anytime I leave this house or come back to her, hell, I'm putting the whole household on blast.
Exactly.
If I don't do it right. So they have just put in new smart meters. DTE Energy has just done her whole neighborhood with these new smart meters and stuff on their gas things. And I don't know if you're familiar with the issues that people were saying with smart meters as far as radiation and things of that nature.
No, I'm not familiar.
Oh, man, look, it's so much information I could probably send Q that I've been researching over these past 3 or 4 months. And then I saw something back in February out in Westland that was very disturbing. I saw the whole north side of Westland Mall taken up by these transport vans, all white transport vans. And why that's significant, those transport vans are usually vans that you see darkened out and with cages in them that the, U.S. Marshals and other companies are transporting prisoners from prison to prison.
Right.
Now, these weren't caged out, but we're talking upwards of 200 or 300 of these vans parked in every parking space on the north side of this mall at Westland Mall. Who and what is the purpose of these? And I saw these back in February.
Before this all started hitting.
Before this all happened. So, I mean, you really got to pay attention, man. And then get out, as much as they tell you to stay your ass in the house, sometimes you got to get out there, man, and turn the air circulating on in the inside of the vehicle and take a ride and look around and see what you see.
That's what I done today. I was scared to roll the window down. I had to get out today, and I was scared to roll the window down. It was hot, and so I turned on the air condition, and I left my window up. I'm a scaredy cat. I'm a scaredy cat, man.
You know what? I feel like my old grandmother used to say, "Oh, love you, boy, you got to watch and pray."
Right, exactly.
So, exactly. As much as you praying, you better be watching too.
Yeah. Well, that's a good look, man. Well, I tell you what, thanks for calling in, and like I said, get with Q And when you get your radiation detector, Q, can you follow up with him and then see if we can get him back on the show when he get it in and check it out and everything?
Sure. Is there anything that you want to leave our viewers with? You want to, if people want to reach out to you, if they want to get more information from you, you want to leave your Facebook page or anything like that?
Well, hey, you can. I'm kind of staying off the radar right now because I don't want nobody mad at me and coming to do something. As a result of this, you know what I'm saying? Right. I ain't trying to come up missing yet. So, I'll be in touch with you guys.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, we saw what happened with Mel Gibson in the movie. I got you exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. Hey, right. Hey man, thanks for your call. In. Stay safe.
All right, peace.
That was a great call, man.
It was, man. I want to give him applause, man. Shout out to that brother, man. That's right. Shout out to that brother, man. I mean, he's doing everything that he's supposed to do. He's like they say, he's woke. He's very woke. Yeah. He didn't sound mad, did he? Yeah, no. He sounded very credible. I was holding on to everything he was saying. And I think we need people like that. Man, I need to be, you keep in touch with him because, he said he's an investigator by nature. He said he don't accept what everybody tell him. He saw what we were talking about and he asked if he could chime in, and I said, "Hey, let me talk to Big Trav. If you wanted to push that button." Let's do it. No, listen, we got a platform, and for people that follow us, we want to keep our followers informed. So, and he definitely.
Hey, and if it's somebody who disagrees with his point of view, call in, share your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's somebody that wants to take what he did and take it to the next level. Right, exactly. This is an open forum, man. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear what you think about it. Make sure you call in. And try give people the call in number so people can call in. I think we put that out there now.
Well, because it's on the screen. It's on the screen. 419-810-2242. If you want to share your opinion on anything we talk about, or anything we're not talking about, call the number. We'll be happy to get you on here. Check this out. Businesses, if you got anything going on and you think our platform can help you, hit us in the inbox, call us now, and we'll get you out there. We do want to shout out Anthony Yancey, who done me my shirt today. He is now the official clothier of the Big Trav and Q Show. So he'll be doing.
Okay.
If you would like,
you gonna drop a bomb for him?
For sure. I drop him a bomb. That's right. That's a bomb for my man. And hey, check this out. He does shirts. So listen, if you need a custom made shirt, he got his equipment at the crib. He ain't got to go into no store. Listen, hit him on Facebook. Matter of fact, I'll put his information on all our social media pages. And if you need a shirt, Cash App him, and then you can go pick it up. Make that arrangement with him, but yeah.
Trash. Someone's asking about a theme song. Do you think we need a theme song for the show?
We already got one. You want to hear it? I said,
sure, drop it.
Hold on, let me find it. I actually done one, but it wasn't good enough for me. But I'll play it if everybody want to hear it. Okay, let's see here. Music. Is it under there? Okay, here it is. Here we go. All right, I'll play it. If you guys want to hear it, I'll play it. Okay. It's the Big Trav and Q Show. So what you gonna do, bro?
It's gonna be
Q is from D-Town. We chillin' in the Momo. Travis from the mud. We call it Glass City. Swoop some red bones, and they was acting shifty. It's the Big Ballin' Podcast. All the others hot trash. 6 o'clock on the dot. Better make a quick dash. All the hot topics getting played in the tropics. We picking up steam. Yo, Q, they can't stop it. Let's go. Yeah. Now you didn't know I worked on that, did you?
And you rapping. Look at it.
You know what? I think that deserves another play. I think that deserves it. Yo, Big Trav in the building. Q is in the building. It's the Big Trav and Q Show. So what you gonna do, bro? Q was from D-Town. We chillin' in the Momo.
Okay,
Travis
like
from the
that.
mud. We call it Glass City. Swoop some red bones, and they was acting shifty. It's the Big Ballin' Podcast. All the others hot trash. 6 o'clock on the dot. Better make a quick dash. All the hot topics getting played in the tropics. We picking up steam. Yo, Q, they can't stop it. Let's go. That was funny, man. I was bored, man. I was bored. You know, that's not an official, theme song to the show. But I think I'm gonna get somebody else to do it. I don't like it. So I'm gonna get somebody else to do it.
You introduced it to the world, and now you say,
I tell you what. Listen.
If
If you heard the show intro, if you like it, if you think we should keep it. Comment below if you thought it was trash, let me know it was trash. I was bored, so I put that together. So, you know what? It's just a beat, they got these websites where you can go buy a beat. You can go on YouTube and get beats. As a matter of fact, I just snatched that one from YouTube. And so, yeah, that's what it is.
So what's the next subject you wanted us to talk about?
Let's see here. All right, let's see here. We talked about that. A lot
of people was feeling that last topic, Trav, in the chat.
Well, that's good.
They said bring that gentleman back. He was feeling what he was saying.
You know what? We're gonna play One Gotta Go. I might have to make a drop for that segment, for the segment called One Gotta Go. Okay, One Gotta Go. Let's play one. We got 10 minutes. Let's do One Gotta Go. Okay, these are movies. One Gotta Go. Okay, you got.
I'm ready.
Okay, you got She's Gotta Have It. I'm sorry, no. You got School Days, The Wiz, and Dreamgirls. One Gotta Go. School Days, The Wiz, and Dreamgirls. If you guys want to play along, with us, One Gotta Go. We got School Days, The Wiz with Michael Jackson, and Dreamgirls. Dreamgirls, ain't that Jennifer Hudson and Beyonce? Let me see here.
Well, there's two different versions. That's what I was going to ask you. Are you talking about the 06 version? Or
no, it is.
It's 77
It's
version?
the Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson one. It's the Beyonce. Michael Jackson and the Wiz.
Well, then that makes it easy for me. That one has to go.
Dreamgirls gotta go.
Gotta go.
No, not for me. The Wiz gotta go for me.
You gotta be.
Yeah, the Wiz gotta go. No, I'm not. The Wiz is cool.
I think you just love shock value. How is it?
No.
I just want to hear your thoughts.
No.
How does the Wiz?
The Wiz gotta go. For me, the Wiz gotta go. I would rather see School Days, and I love Dreamgirls. Dreamgirls was dope.
So was you more of a Wizard of Oz fan?
No, and that's why it gotta go. It gotta go because School Days and Dreamgirls, they originals, and the Wiz is a remix of the Wizard of Oz. So, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just that in this group of One Gotta Go, for me, the Wiz gotta go. I'm feeling the Dreamgirls.
Okay, how would you rank your list?
I would go Dreamgirls 1, School Days 2, and The Wiz number 3. As far as
I need a little John for that.
Oh man. No, I mean that's for me. That's for me.
What?
No, but
Listen, for clarification purposes, I did like Dreamgirls, but it's
Okay.
not a movie that I would go back and watch over and over again.
I loved it,
But
man.
School Days,
Jamie
I
Foxx.
can watch that
Oh
movie
man.
over and over and over. I can watch School Days over and over and over again, and I can watch The Wiz over and over and over again. I'm biased, I'll admit, because I grew up on The Wiz. But Dreamgirls,
No, God, you know, I've seen the Wiz several times. And it's cool for me, but you know, me and you always talk about this. I always tell you when you always give me these choices, and what I always say to you is that I always go, you always be shocked at what I don't pick, and I always tell you it's because it was just better choices. So for me, in this situation, it's just movies in here that I feel more than The Wiz. And so for me, in this set,
but what stood out about Dreamgirls, though? I mean, what was so memorable about Dreamgirls?
You know,
other than,
well,
of course, Beyonce.
Jennifer Hudson, she won her Academy Award for it. She had just an outstanding performance by Jennifer Hudson. Let's start there.
Do you think Cadillac Records was better than Dreamgirls?
Yeah, Dreamgirls was, because I think the cast of Dreamgirls was better than Cadillac Records. Yeah, it was. So for me, yeah,
Cadillac Records was a dope movie.
It was.
That was a dope movie.
It was, but if you force me to make a decision on which one, if I got to pick between them, it'll be Dreamgirls between them. Okay, all right, okay. So let me do another one. Because we got a few minutes left here. Here go a good one. And it actually got one of the movies that you asked me about in it. And looking at it, the movie that you mentioned before, that's going to be my gotta go. So this is Waiting to Exhale. This is Waiting to Exhale, Soul Food, and Crooklyn.
Ooh.
No, that ain't no ooh. It's Crooklyn. Come on, man. You know it's Crooklyn. Quit playing. You know it's Crooklyn. Cute.
Yeah, how you gonna influence my decision?
Because I know it is.
Tell me what
Anybody that would say it ain't Crooklyn, they got a problem.
I remember Waiting to Exhale had a lot of heat on it because it was a lot of male bashing in that movie. So for that reason, I was like, what? You don't remember that? You slept on that part, huh?
No, I didn't care. I didn't care about that part. It wasn't man bashing to me. It was a good.
It doesn't matter if you didn't care. It was there and it existed. Name me one male credible individual outside of Wesley Snipes. Which was he really credible because he was? I don't know.
It was a girls' night movie, but
you may listen, still have a viewer on here that never saw the movie.
Listen,
but the fact of it is that nope, for you and you only, it's got to go. Waiting to Exhale's got to go.
For you,
love the soundtrack though.
For you,
love the soundtrack.
For you, Waiting to Exhale got to go. Oh my God,
gotta go.
No one's gonna agree with you. No one is gonna agree with you. It's definitely Crooklyn. No, I didn't look at Waiting to Exhale as a man bashing film. It wasn't because, you know, listen.
So you never heard the critics?
Yeah, I did, but it didn't matter to me because, oh my God, I mean that. You know, let me tell you why it don't matter, because every rapper and R&B male singer, oh my God, they do female bashing all the time. Come on, man. It's more female bashing than it is male bashing, man. So no, that's why I don't have a problem with what went on in Waiting to Exhale, because, you know, us men, we listen, we badger women all the time. We bash the women all the time, man. So no, I don't have a problem. It's not a.
You said give them they one movie, huh? You know
nah. Listen, we got the Me Too movement now, so it's definitely popping now. The women popping right now, so no, that wasn't me and bashing. That was women empowerment. That's what it was for me. So boom.
Like Ice Cube said in the movie Boys in the Hood. He was like, "Yeah, man, you can't be calling them bitches. Yeah, you can't be doing that. Yeah,
okay, I got a question for you. Okay,
what's that?
What's the appeal of Crooklyn for you? I don't see it, man. To me that was a horrible movie. That was a horrible movie that shouldn't have even been made. So what was the appeal?
Well, in my Warren G voice, you don't see what I see.
Okay, well tell me what you liked about Crooklyn. What was the appeal for you for Crooklyn?
Spike Lee, man. Come on, man. I was a ride for Spike Lee, man. Back then, Spike Lee couldn't put nothing out. But if you had to give me, now if you would have put that one in the previous segment, then that one would have had to go. But because you put that one up again, I mean, you know.
Put them in order. Okay, put them in order. Put the movies in order. Soul Food,
okay.
Waiting to Exhale.
Soul Food was dope.
Okay.
Soul Food was dope.
So that's your number one.
Soul Food was dope. That's number one.
Okay.
And Crooklyn be number two, and then Waiting to Exhale.
Okay.
I have to oppose you on that.
Okay. One. All right.
I'm pretty sure.
No one.
All I'm doing is speaking facts, Trav. That movie was like depicted as male bashing.
No one will agree. Listen, we need your opinion on this. One gotta go. We got Crooklyn.
Right.
We got Crooklyn.
You already openly admitted yourself. Do you remember hearing how the men was being depicted in there, gay, put his hands on women, abuser. What was Wesley? You know, he was. Oh my God! I mean, you know, it was like nobody in there stood. Nobody resembled anything of what was really going on out there. So it's like, come on, man.
Well, I didn't look at it that way. I didn't look at it that way. For me, it was more.
Well, sure, because you're a panderer. You're a panderer.
No, I'm not a panderer. Listen, for me, it was more women's empowerment than it was man bashing. It was more. Okay, hold on.
Did you say women's empowerment?
That's right. Okay, I got another one. I got one more.
Okay.
Ooh, this a good.
All right, let's go.
This a good one. We're gonna end on this one.
Yeah.
This a good one. I don't know. I'm gonna have to decide. I didn't decide this before we got here. Drumline.
Okay.
Drumline. ATL and roll bounce.
Oh.
Drumline. ATL and roll bounce. Listen, we want your.
All right, I'm gonna have to defer to you. Which one you going?
I gotta think too. Okay. Hold on. This is tough.
Okay. Probably not going to be the popular decision, but I'm going to have to say roll bounce.
Roll bounce has to go?
Yeah. And I'm not feeling comfortable about saying that. Not like I was in the previous one. That's not like a one I feel real confident about, but I like roll bounce. I
gotta agree with you. With you. It's roll bounce for me too. Now, putting them in order, Nick Cannon irritate the hell out of me, man. But he was cool.
But he played his ass off in that.
He was cool. He was cool in this movie. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with ATL 1 because I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, like there was a sequel.
I'm gonna have to go with ATL because Lauren London was in it. Lauren London has swayed the balance here.
You say women's empowerment and Lauren, you are a panderer.
You know what? Okay, so we going ATL, Drumline, and roll bounce for me, and because Lauren. Okay, What it came
new.
Okay.
You was up on the new.
What it came down to was the love interest in Drumline and the love interest in ATL. And Lauren London is way finer than Nick Cannon Girl was, who dad didn't like him. So her dad was a hater. So that's why they number 2. So all right. So we got AT for me.
That's flawed logic.
How about you? What's your 1, 2, 3? What's your 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say ATL 1, Drumline 2.
Okay, so we the same.
Of course.
We the same.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole bounce was good.
Yeah, it was. This was tough. I
love making good. I love making good in that film. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good deal.
I don't know, man. Am I doing the right thing? Because Roll Bounce was really. Guess what? Nick Cannon was in that one too. Nick Cannon was in both films. Drumline. You remember that?
Yes, I remember. Yep, I remember.
Right. Did he know you in that one?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to tell you another strike for Roll Bounce was Wayne Brady was in there. I'm not a Wayne Brady fan either. I hate Wayne Brady.
What was wrong with Wayne Brady?
I hate Wayne Brady, man. He's just a buster to me, man, for real. So
hate is strong.
Yeah. Well,
you don't watch Black Lightning? You don't watch Black Lightning?
No, I don't watch. No, my wife just started watching Black Lightning, and Black Lightning. I like Egypt. Egypt is the only one. I like Jill Scott on there, and I like. I think his name is Ozias. Ozias is the enemy. I don't like the dude that played Black Lightning. I don't like him. I'm not. He's a horrible actor to me. I think they need a younger guy. I just don't like the story either. He's a principal. I take my comic books and my comic book heroes. I take them seriously. I don't want them silly. Like I wouldn't like the Shazam movie. This Shazam movie, they made it a comedy, and I didn't like that. They made it a comedy, and I like.
So they say he's supposed to get serious the next one. So
I hope so.
See how it goes,
I hope so. And that's what we haven't exposed ourselves as comic book heads yet. We haven't exposed ourselves yet, have we?
Yeah. So we had some diehard heated.
Okay, we running over. I tell you what, save it for tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow. We running over.
Right.
You got any last words?
I sure do. I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in again today. Don't forget, if you want to check out any of our previous shows, don't forget to hit us up on the Big Trav And Q Show on our YouTube pages. Make sure you visit us on our Instagram pages and our Facebook pages. Leave us a message. Hit that subscribe button. Let us know how you feel. And that's it for me.
Yeah. What's really important? Hit that YouTube. I mean, because that's the end game for us. We want to get our YouTube subscribers up. Not only go to the YouTube page, we need you to subscribe. We need subscribers. It doesn't take much. It doesn't require anything of you. Just go to our YouTube page, Big Trav And Q Show, and just hit subscribe. And then you leave. And then once you subscribe, you're subscribed forever unless you unsubscribe. So that's.
Do you think we should do anything for our first 100? Do you think we will?
Yeah, we will.
First 100,
yeah, we
1,000,
will. Yeah, we will. We will.
Okay.
And I tell you what, as we approach the 100, we'll do 100, 500, and 1,000. So as we approach the 100, we'll do something for the 100 subscriber, 500 subscriber, and the 1,000 subscriber.
Okay.
And on our way to 1 million. Okay, something else too. We need you guys to share this video. We need you guys. We go live every Monday through Friday from 6 to 8. I need all my family and friends, anybody that rock with us. We need you to share this as we're live. Just share it on your page because we're trying to get our viewers.
We apologize today for being a little late.
Yeah, you know what? Just more. We just
putting that. We're just getting out in front of that. We don't want people to think that when we say 6 o'clock, we're going to be, sure. 6:05, 6:10, sure. No,
exactly.
We really are striving to be on time with our podcast, but, unforeseen things happen. So thank you and stay tuned and just keep building with us, man. The Big Trav And Q Show, we're going to be coming back full effect.
That's right. And that's the Big Trav and Q Show.
It's the Big Trav and Q Show. What they waiting for? Just another damn podcast. Now let's go. Go, 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 go.
It's the Big Trav and Q Show. So what you gonna do, bro? Q is from D-Town. We chillin' in the Momo. Travis from the mud. We call it Glass City. Swoop some red bones, and they was acting shifty. It's the Big Ballin' Podcast. All the others hot trash. 6 o'clock on the dot. Better make a quick dash. All the hot topics getting played in the tropics. We picking up steam. Yo, Q, they can't stop it. Let's go.